Welcome to my Texas kitchen. I'm Susan Apple, and today I'm making a gluten-free chocolate cake. And I want to share with you, this is this red mill 1-to-1 flour. And so just as a regular substitute, like it says 1-to-1. So I'm not sponsored, but I just wanted to share with that. Okay, so here's my first chocolate layers. We have a 2-layer cake, and I'm going to start with the icing. And this is a buttercream icing, and then I added some ganache to it. So that's what makes it chocolate. And I added a little bit of cocoa. Okay, so I baked these cakes yesterday, and then actually a couple of days ago. And then I wrapped them up with saran wrap and froze them. And I think they actually are more moist, and it just helps with busy schedule. So it's not like all in one day. Okay, so that's my first layer. And here's my second layer. This is how it looks coming out of the oven. And you can see it has a mound, which all cakes usually have that. So what I like to do, because you want it to be flat, so it's super easy, I just trim it with this big knife. And the great thing about this is that when I trim it, then I can actually taste it, make sure it tastes good, and then I can make sure it's baked completely. So that just comes over here, and we'll have some of that later. Okay, so now I'm going to slide. And another thing, that I put these little cake circles on the cake, so it helps to give them some place to rest. Okay, so there's my second layer. Okay, so it's getting fun, it's getting to be pretty. And it's tall, I like really tall cakes. So this recipe will be on my website, and it's really easy. And these are 12-inch cake pans. So I made a recipe for each layer. But if you want to make a smaller cake, this would also work for, I also like the 3-inch, 8-inch cake pans, and you get an 8-inch cake. That's really my favorite, just all around. So you just get lots of yummy, yummy buttercream icing. And kind of pile it on, and then I will make it smooth. And I'll show you my trick for that. Okay, so you can see I put a lot of icing on. One reason for that is that it's less likely to get crumbs in the icing. And then when I smooth it out, I just gently go around, and it goes flat just immediately. And then I have some extra no crumbs, and I'll put it right here. Because the secret, again, is when you take your spatula away, just make sure it's in the middle of icing, and you'll never get any crumbs. Okay, so now let's do the side. Okay, so here we go. And again, I like to, this is a double batch of icing, and the icing will be on my website. And then I do the icing on the side exactly the same way, where when I move the spatula, I keep it right in the center of the icing, and I never get crumbs. And the icing, especially chocolate cakes, they're really tricky because they have a lot of crumbs, but they're really good. So. Okay, and then keep going, and then at the end, I'll smooth it out. This icing is super good. It's really easy to work with, and that's the important part about it. I think icing a cake, half of it is the recipe for the icing. And this recipe is really easy because it's real smooth and creamy. It's easy to work with. It's also easy to transfer. It has butter for flavor, because butter always has good flavor, and then it has shortening that kind of gives it some stability, so it doesn't all just melt. Okay, so now is the fun part. Just gonna go around, and we have some falling off, which is to be expected, but all the cake is covered. And it's just totally smooth. Now, of course, I have my favorite little cake turntable from A Smart, which I think is a really important tool. I don't think I could do this without it. Okay, so that's about it. I'm gonna smooth it out one last time here, and that's it. Okay, so now we're ready. And see that you'll notice that it's right on the edge. Okay, so now the fun part. Okay, let me write that a little bit. Okay, so we have this nice big wide flat spatula, and remember how that piece of cardboard is underneath the cake. So I'm gonna scoot it a little bit and slide this under it and pick the whole thing up. It's kind of heavy. And I'm gonna put it on my nice serving platter. And look how pretty, it's perfect. And there's no drips on the serving platter. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick this up and put it back on the turntable. And it fits on there just right. And I have a pastry bag full of the buttercream icing. And I'm gonna ice it. Okay, it has a shell tip on it. I'm gonna do it over here so you guys can see it. And this is a pretty big tip. I'll put the number of it on my website, which is mytexaskitchen.com. But it's real easy with this big tip. Like anybody can make these big shells. And you just squeeze a little and then stop squeezing and pull away. And that's how you do the little shell border. And I put this on every cake. Okay, so almost done. Just about 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay, now I made this delicious ganache. And I made this last night too and chilled it overnight in the refrigerator. And then with an immersion blender, I mixed it up so it's nice and thick and put it in this pastry bag. And I'm just going to squeeze this, kind of do these little drips coming down. Can you see it? Okay, and so be sure to, you could really help me if you would like my video and share it and subscribe to my channel. This is my first week. I can't say that forever, so this is the last of the first week, and I have 15 subscribers. And I'm looking forward to getting more. So you could really help me by subscribing and telling your friends and make something and let me know if it worked. And if you are interested in any other cake recipes or what kind of cake recipes you like. If you have any family recipes or memories of cakes. I think cakes are great for lots of things. This is for a friend that's having a birthday tomorrow. So we're gonna take it today and deliver it, and then tomorrow we're gonna surprise her. It's at a school that my kids used to go to, Lamplighter. It's right down the street. One of my very favorite teachers. Okay, so how's it looking? It looks pretty good. I might write her name later, but I think that's pretty good for now. Okay, so thanks for joining me, and my blog is My Texas Kitchen if you want to see the recipe, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.